What's up, everybody? It's Jim Flanagan here, and welcome to the Throwdown. As always, myself here, joined by with my partner, the man who electrifies, whether it's your living room, whether it's outside on your phone, it doesn't matter. This guy is intensity, and that's what we got here for this show. The Throwdown, as always. Giant, what is up, brother?
www.acfl.net. Follow us on Twitter at ACFL Football. Listen, ACFL fam, I want to deeply apologize, man. I was unable to make it to the spring championship, even though it was a month after the semifinals occurred. It finally occurred, and everything that could go wrong the day of the championship absolutely did. I ended up being towed from right past MetLife Stadium. My car broke down. So anything that could go wrong absolutely did go wrong. And sadly, I was unable to make it. But absolutely congratulations to Hollywood and Express for the winning of the championship. Tremendous game played. We're going to go over some of the box scores and some of the key plays with Flanny. I just want to mention to everybody, shout out to JT as well for getting this together. There is a summer tournament that will be August 19th, and it's going to be held at Lincoln Park Field in Jersey City. That's right, people, not Lincoln Park in Lincoln Park, New Jersey. Lincoln Park Field in Jersey City, New Jersey. So for more info, follow the tournaments tab. If any team is interested, please contact JT, call him or text him. I recommend calling him because we're all busy, and it's all stealthy way to do it. 914-629-4865. Phone number again to text JT, 914-629-4865. Flanny, I know these guys were pumped up to see you, man. I was pumped up to see them. I'm sad to see it, man. But it doesn't even look like it was that much of a contest over here. I think we both predicted that Express was going to win, man. And they won pretty convincingly. Bunch of mistakes in the first half over here, Flanny, huh?
Yeah, man. Championship game. First of all, Giant man, it's great to have you here on the show. I know, a lot of guys were hoping you were going to be there. You were there for the ACFL South Championship. Unfortunately, the way things worked out here, like you said, almost a month absence on here. But finally, Giant, we got the championship played. And, I was hoping, it would have been cool. We would have had interviews on the field, stuff like that, the play-by-play commentary and all that. But, we still got the game. We still got film. We still got the coverage on that. All that's posted on the YouTube channel, as well as the highlights of the entire playoffs there for the Indoor West Rock. So you guys could check that out. But, it is what it is. You were stuck there, who knows where, middle of the road, but luckily yourself.
So embarrassing. So embarrassing. I was stopped in the middle lane on Route 3 westbound over in East Rutherford, New Jersey. That's my commute. And, everything just died. It was raining outside and shit. It was horrible, man. I couldn't even use the wipers. So I just lit up a cigarette, man, and I was hotboxing in that shit. I made a phone call. I Googled some tow company in East Rutherford that came about 45 minutes later. By that time, the hookup and everything, I didn't get home till like after 9 o'clock. So that was all she wrote on my end, man. But shout out as well to Second Gen and Ramon with 3 receptions. It looks like he's one of the few who's able to actually do something for Second Gen. 3 receptions, 1 touchdown reception, and 1 pick six as well over here. But Luigi ended up playing, and he was not playing that good, man. So I don't know what happened with Second Gen as well, Flanny.
Yeah, all right. You want to get into the championship there? Yeah, you mentioned Ramon had a phenomenal night there for not offensively, but also defensively all around. But it seemed like the only guy that was really doing much there for Second Gen. You mentioned Luigi there. Yeah, Kenny was not there for Second Gen. Was it a big miss? Luigi's no slouch at quarterback. I'll tell you that. This guy's got championships more than people got fingers. I mean, he's been in the league for God knows how long. But I don't think it was much of the quarterback position there that caused second gen here not winning. There was a lot of key factor guys that were not there for them. Defensively especially. Eddie was not there. You mentioned a guy like Patrick on there on defense was not there. And I think more of Luigi not being able to play on the defensive line also kind of hurt because he's playing quarterback, so they didn't want to, I guess, use him to play defense and quarterback spot. So that kind of put less pressure on Hollywood, who just exploited that defense. And we'll get to that in a bit because there was one guy, Giant, that just got pretty much trashed in this game. But as far as the game, started out in the beginning, right away, I think it was like the second play in. Here comes Hollywood, boom, 2 pumps, touchdown, 6-0, just like that. But second gen battled back. They scored. They ended up scoring a touchdown to tie things up. I think that where the game really changed, it wasn't even a offensive play or a defense play. It was a bad snap, a poor snap. How does that happen? I mean, I love Mike G, there for second gen. He actually got me a second gen t-shirt. Fortunately, I didn't put it on tonight. But
shout out to Mike G, man.
But I don't know if it was the exchange, but it looked like Luigi wasn't even ready for the snap. So it came. It wasn't really a bad snap, but I think he just unexpected snap there. So here comes the snap. Next thing you know, Luigi misplays it, doesn't ends up in the end zone. Not only is it a bad snap, it's a safety. It's a safety where second gen just came off a great stop. They forced Express to punt the ball. Here's a team that just scored. They tied the game. They forced them to punt, but here comes Giant, a key mistake that not only turns the ball over, it gives them a safety, and it gives the Express the ball. And what did they do, Giant, on that next possession? Score touchdown, and here we go. They're up 8 now, heading into the half on there. Instead of being a tie game or even second gen taking the lead in that first half. So I think that was very crucial here in this game.
Yeah, there's no question about it. That type of play is an absolute game killer. That's not the way you want to start a game. Peyton Manning, I remember that Super Bowl. And that is not the way you want to end the first half either. Especially if there's miscommunication on the snap, that is one of the most critical things. And that's just simple. You think it's simple stuff. So I don't know what the cadence was with Luigi there or whatever. Did he hear something? Did Mike G hear something that Luigi was saying with the cadence or something like that? He ended up snapping it anyway. Crucial error, and that likely just mind screwed them so badly that they never recovered the second half. They only end up scoring what, a defensive touchdown over there, man.
Right, only one offensive score by second gen. That kind of hurt as well, But now. You look at the safety. I mean, yeah, it's only 2 points, but in this game it was big. Like I said, because it gave Express that other score. But also, even when second gen scored the touchdown, you mentioned that defensive touchdown to put them down by only 2 in that second half. But they never, neither team actually could have converted on any of the extra point conversions. So it just kept where Express was ahead all throughout the whole game there, instead of being a tie game. And I think that changes the atmosphere, the gameplay there, as opposed to being down. Whether you're down by a point or down by 2 points, when you're down on there, it's a lot different because there's no field goals on here. You got to score a touchdown, or
Right.
you got to get these conversions. So they failed to do conversions, so I think that was a big part. But also the defense got torched, man. I mean, on here, now Hollywood, I'm not taking anything away. I mean, Hollywood, there's a guy that led the league here, most touchdown passes. It was 7-1 in the regular season, and then here comes the playoffs. Phenomenal in round one, and then now in the championship, 4 touchdown passes. This guy, TJ got beat a lot here. I mean, from the first touchdown, then also one in the second half, and then another bomb. So I mean, it was these big plays on here where the deep ball, and I think a lot of it also was they didn't really put much pressure on Hollywood. Had they had a better rush, maybe with either Eddie or with Luigi up on there, along with Dan Brown, I think maybe it could have caused, Hollywood to release that ball much quicker. But when you give him that much time, Giant, this guy.
Yeah, you're going to exploit the defense.
And the thing is, I mean, they're playing here in the indoor. It's a West Rock indoor here, where you got the roof, you got the ceiling on there, so that sometimes becomes a factor where you can't really throw it too high. You know what I mean? So, but for Hollywood, it didn't matter, man. I mean, this guy's got a cannon, man. He freaking was just gunslinging it out there, and had a field day. I mean, 2 Magic Man. I think 2 pumps got 2 deep bombs, and all day. I mean, so if you can't stop the long ball on there, especially when it's like a third crucial down, third or even fourth down, here they're converting on those. So. And I thought those were big. Those were big in this game. I think that's really what got the Express the win here. Not much of because Kenny wasn't there or anything. I mean, but so the new champs. It's the Express here, Giant, the undisputed, the reigning, defending champs. The Express once again as the champions here in the indoor.
Yeah, and you take a look at that. Their potential gang symbols over here in that picture of the championship. I don't care. These guys are just winners, and I'm very annoyed that I'm unable to do some of these interviews with these guys, man. I'm sure they would be tremendous, man. These guys look jacked up. I don't know if they're on steroids or something like that too. And I think they could have been competitive on that. The flag league that the NFL Network ended up airing a couple of weeks ago. And so this team is definitely very competitive. They're nothing to F with. Heavy favorites. I hope they come back in the fall. You and I are taking a break from the summer, but we did plug the summer league. I mean,
they're actually playing in the summer as well. Yeah,
they are. They do. They do have the indoor. We're taking a break, man. But the summer tournament is here. Like I plugged before, August 19th, and to contact JT. Do you think some of these indoor teams, they're going to play? They play outdoors too, right?
Yeah, a lot of these players play both.
Yeah,
they play both on there. And what I mean, about this summer tournament, it's great. It's a great thing. It's summer. It's a 1-day thing. You know what I mean? So you just got to get out there that one day, and you get a lot of games. And you get a lot of plays. Each team that signs up for this, you play two pre-tournament games, if you call them, 3 round robin games or whatever, for seeding wise. So each team gets at least 2 games plus the knockoff rounds. Each team makes it to the brackets on there, and depending on your win-loss, points against, and stuff, is how you get seeded on there. So you're guaranteed 3 games right off the bat. Whether you lose all 3, you're still guaranteed 3 games. And plus, and then as far how far you make it in the tournament there, teams could play 4, 5, I think maybe even 6 games, depending on the number of teams that sign up. So it's a great way. It's a great thing. I think it's only, what is it, like $325 registration fee on there, which is very reasonable. There's always prizes on that as well. And I'll see if I could get there to film some of these games, maybe that championship, the finals on there of that tournament. If I get out there, I'll do at least that one. So we'll see. But it's great. It's tremendous. They do it each year on there. They always get a good turnaround in the summer, because if you're not playing any summer league or anything, a one-time deal there in August, right before that fall season kicks off. Good way to get out there. So.
Yeah, no question about it. That sounds exciting.
And it's very competitive, these the summer tournaments, because you got to also keep in mind, anybody could come play. Like, it's not just the ACFL teams in this. I mean, there's other leagues out there, other teams, and a lot of times they get a lot of these players, a lot of these teams come in. So it's always unpredictable, and it's always, a great turnout there. JT generally does a great job there. I think they usually get like 2, sometimes even 3 or 4 games playing at once, depending on the number of teams in the field they have. So they couldn't get. Here's the thing: is usually it's in the Hackensack field because they could fill a lot of games there, the teams, but. I think it's going. They're doing some kind of revolution. I don't know what they're doing. Like he couldn't get the field basically, and that.
No, they're returfing the field,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the field looked fantastic already. You know, so they really take care of it. But I mean, this is what happens. A lot of people rent out the field too, like ACFL, and I'm sure there are other leagues out there. They rent out the field too, so they got to change it every couple of years. And the material is getting better. So less injuries, things like that. Some of these guys, you guys know, man. I mean, the pros and the semi-good pros, these guys bust up their knees like they change their underwear 3 times a week, man. So it's very important to maintain the fields as well.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Those fields and even the indoor fields. I mean, it's great to have that we got these here. So props there to JT, man, and making that happen. So tournament, it's posted on the message board there. I think he also updates that in the tournament tab.
How does this work? If these guys end up playing, if both the same teams end up playing in the fall, would they have the season opener playing against each other as like a rematch or whatever to start off the season, or no?
What do you mean?
So let's say Second Gen and Express, they both sign up for the fall indoor.
Well, here's the thing. On the indoor, I know he's got it in the spring. He's got it in the summer. I don't know if they got the indoor available for the fall. The reason being there's a lot of indoor like soccer or some other stuff that they do in the indoor, and I think it's a lot harder to get that or get the field time. But I know he definitely has so far right now. He's got the spring and the summer. Not sure of that fall. But fall's usually big on the outdoor, man. Whether it's ACFL South, ACFL North, the fall, you can't beat it. It's it doesn't go into the the winter or anything. It's just the fall. You can't beat the fall weather. You're done with the heat. You just got past the summer. So, and that's another thing. I don't know how many teams would prefer to do the indoor. Whereas the spring and summer, it's great because it's weather climate, and so. I would have to get back to. I don't know. Like I said, I don't believe he has the fall availability, but spring and summer he definitely does.
Okay.
There
you go.
But there's football all year round because whether it's indoor or outdoor on there, and sometimes even both, and plus these tournaments, so there's always stuff happening, As far as the throwdown here, Giant, I mean, it's been a great season. It's been great. It's been fun doing these. It took a while for this championship game when we finally got it played. With the recaps, we were here each week giving guys predictions, the results and stuff. So let us know what you guys think about the show, the Throwdown show, for the upcoming seasons. What you like, what you don't like, what you would like to see on the shows, Give us your input, and as well as all the other media that's been brought here in the spring, whether it was in the indoor or the ACFL South, video-wise, highlights-wise, interview-wise, Giant 918, whatever, what I mean? Let us know.
Make sure you guys, that's all basically. We appreciate the feedback. We hope everybody enjoys the rest of their summer. There's not much left of it. You guys know what happens in September. Those kids are going back to school, man, and those roads are going to be clogged up like hell again, man. So it's going to be crazy out there, and we hope you join us again this fall. Anything else you got over there, Flanny, or you're good?
No, well, good. We're good here.
All right.
Continue to check out the site there, the videos. I'll be putting up some more highlights, when probably before the season kicks off there for the fall. Try to get some highlight videos out there. Maybe some posters, some flyers out there. Like you said, Giant, tell your friends, your girlfriends, your pops,
nieces, your nephews, come to get off their asses. Tell them to play some flag football or some two-hand touch football, man, in the ACFL. ACFL South. That's all the time we got for tonight. Make sure you guys continue to check us out, www.acfl.net. Follow us on Twitter at ACFL Football. Jim Flanagan, Giant918, signing out. Have a good night, everybody.
Right.